And we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my peepo. You know that it helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us. Now, y'all, just in time for the upcoming Boston mayoral primary and election, your girl, Michelle Wu, has a scandal on her hands. See, two of the city employees recently got into some kind of altercation, some kind of lovers quarrel, and it resulted in violence. Apparently, it resulted in some kind of fight maybe, and both of them were arrested. Now your girl, she has to respond to this situation, which she has done. Here it says, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu on Tuesday was asked repeatedly about the Boston Globe's interview with Marwa K, one of two city employees fired in May over an alleged incident involving domestic violence. According to police, Marwa K brought up her position in the Office of Police Accountability and Transparency and shoved an officer. Marwa K and Chulan Huang were terminated a week later. Now, to give you all of the details about what allegedly happened, we're going to take a look at this quick news report. But before we do, y'all, make sure you take care of your money. I'm not going to make this a long one, y'all. Go to Paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com, or call 844-651-8334, 844-651-8334. If you have $50,000 to $100,000 or more in your retirement, protected from inflation, protected from monetary debasement, you're about to retire. Make sure your money's still there and it's still worth something by investing at least some of it in gold. Talk to our partners at Augusta Precious Metals. Go click the link now, get the free information, and protect your precious retirement.
Boston police are investigating after two city employees were arrested. Good evening, everyone. I'm Colton Bradford.
And I'm Priscilla Casper. It happened early this morning. Our NBC 10's Eli Rosenberg joining us live outside City Hall with the detail on the charges. Eli, what are you learning?
Well, Priscilla, these two police reports right here are quite detailed, laying out what allegedly happened early this morning, including the fact that both told police, according to these reports, they worked here at City Hall. Tonight, two City Hall employees under investigation. Police investigating an alleged domestic violence incident. So this is what we know. Court paperwork indicating a woman called them a little after 2 this morning. As those first officers arrived to the unit on Hudson Street in Boston, they wrote they could hear a woman yelling, entering the house after they heard her say, quote, "Let me go." Officers say they then observed several bite marks in the man's chest and arms. The report goes on to say officers spoke with the man, and he told them that the woman, quote, "went on a date with my boss." The report adding the woman said the man had cheated on her, leading to that date. Police arresting the man, identifying him as Chulan Huang. Officers say they noticed bite marks on the woman's left wrist. According to the City of Boston's website, he works in the city's Office of Economic Opportunity and Inclusion as a neighborhood business manager. And the woman identified as Marwa Khudaynazar. According to the city's website, she is chief of staff in the city's Office for Police Accountability. She was also arrested after police say she allegedly assaulted an officer. The police report stating she allegedly swore at and pushed an officer. She was charged with assault and battery on a police officer. The city saying this evening, when the city learned of the incident, both employees were placed on unpaid leave effective immediately while the city continues to investigate. The city takes these allegations very seriously and holds all public servants to the highest standard. And both of those profiles have since been taken down from the city's website after making initial court appearances this morning just down the street from City Hall. Both are due back in court in July. Live in Boston, Eli Rosenberg.
So in response to this, Wu says it is not acceptable for any city employee to ever say that they are, because of their status as city employees, that they should be shielded from accountability. But Marwa K said there's more to the story, telling the Globe that Boston's economic and inclusion chief, Chulan's boss, Segun Idowu, made advances outside of work, which she declined, but which sparked the fight later that night. Never once was I like, quote, I work at the Office of Police Accountability. You can't arrest me, Marwa K said in an interview. So here we have people who are working in inclusion and working in, I guess, diversity, working in police accountability, assaulting the police, and even getting themselves arrested, all in time for the upcoming elections. Now, in case y'all didn't know, this is a quite contentious mayoral election season for your girl. So let's take a quick look at a report we did about the contentiousness of this upcoming election season. What we have here is your girl Michelle Wu, you know, the mayor of the great city of Boston. Well, it's election season there in Boston, y'all, and Wu is actually being challenged by at least one serious challenger. It looks like what's happening in Boston is that they are in a runoff to see who can best help the people who are in the country without permission. I mean, this is truly amazing, y'all. In this quite wild and raucous debate, it looks like they're trying to figure out who can best placate that crowd. Take a look.
25 News reporter Drew Caritas on scene in Boston, where the race to be the city's next mayor is now in full swing as the candidates faced off for the second time here at Grace Hall in Dorchester.
Violence is at the lowest levels ever recorded in Boston's history.
Currently, I feel the city is headed in the wrong direction.
Longtime nonprofit leader Josh Kraft wasted no time criticizing Boston Mayor Michelle Wu on the unprecedented progress she says she's made over the last 3.5 years, alongside lesser-known mayoral candidates Domingos DeRosa and Robert Capucci, each sharing their plans for the city on key topics like housing, public safety, and immigration.
And I will stand with our immigrant community wholeheartedly, no matter who is in the White House.
They are snatching people off the street right now. Masked police, not asking questions, trying to suggest that all immigrants have a criminal history.
The hour-long debate was attended by about 100 people, including disgraced Boston City Councilor Tanya Fernandez Anderson. It drew several heated responses along the way. Things carried on after a few disruptions.
I think that people need to calm their nerves so that we can actually hear what the issues are so that we can make a conscious decision.
The candidates spoke after the debate ended and assured voters there will be many more conversations to come, with some final swings from Mayor Wu and her biggest competition, the son of Patriots owner Robert Kraft.
Millions of dollars are pouring in from billionaires and Trump mega donors with attack ads of this scale and at this point in the race, tearing down the city of Boston and our progress.
I'm going against the power of incumbency. Mayor Wu's had 4 years to raise money. I haven't. I've had 4 months, roughly.
Most of the attendees we spoke with say they've already made up their minds about who they're voting for, even though the election is more than 5 months away. On scene in Boston, Drew Caritas for your local station, Boston 25 News.
So in this Boston Herald report, it says emotions over Boston's illegal immigration protections boil over at mayoral debate. Let's take a look. Tensions surrounding illegal immigration spilled over into a Boston mayoral forum Wednesday, with candidate Josh Kraft's vow to defy the Trump administration's mass deportation push drawing jeers from the crowd that briefly shut down debate. The tensions at Dorchester's packed Prince Hall started as the moderator, Yawu Miller of Flipside News, was posing a rather loaded question about immigration to the 4 candidates taking part in the second forum of the mayoral race. Quote, in today's political climate, immigrant communities are increasingly under threat. How would you defend these communities and push back against harmful actions by ICE or a hostile federal administration? Miller asked, before having to stop and say, excuse me, as the majority black crowd packed into an auditorium near the city's troubled Mass and Cass intersection was reacting to his question. Then he continued, what concrete strategies would you implement to ensure the safety and protection of all residents of Boston, regardless of immigration status. Y'all, you know why I'm laughing, right? Y'all know why I'm laughing. DeRosa, a community activist known for his advocacy around cleaning up mass and cat spillover into Roxbury's Clifford Park, and self-described immigrant, appeared to curry favor with the crowd when he spoke of the importance of balancing the rights of new arrivals with existing Boston residents. Quote, "There's a lot we can do to support our immigrant community," DeRosa said. "What I like to say to us as a city is to also remember that we have Bostonians." Also remember, y'all, this is where things are. This is where things are, people. So we have people saying, "Hey, can you remember the Americans too? We count too, don't we? What about us? Can you, as you do your thing, can you remember the Americans?" Just wild. What I'd like to say to us as a city is to also remember that we also have Bostonians who are also looking for those same rights, to make sure we protect folk who live here, who are looking for the same services. So y'all, now in the city of Boston, the American citizen, the American permanent resident, has been demoted to a also remember. Okay? So just remember. So now you're an also remember me, please. Now, Kraft is the most prominent challenger to Wu, and he is also the son of very prominent owner of the Patriots. So basically, he's a billionaire. His dad's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. And he said, quote, "I think it's absolutely abhorrent that federal agents could walk into your place of work, your house of worship, or your children's schools and remove you even if you have zero connection to violent crime." Kraft said, "I'm completely against Trump's mass deportation plans, and I will stand with our immigrant community wholeheartedly, no matter who is in the White House." I mean, we're talking about a mayor, people. A mayor, not a governor, a mayor. Immigration is a federal level priority. It's a federal law. It is not state law, and it's definitely not local law. He can't stand with anybody. All right? I mean, there's literally nothing he can do. The most he could do is complain, just like everybody else. Kraft's remarks drew such a harsh reaction from part of the crowd, with onlookers standing up, jeering, and shouting in his direction, that an event organizer had to go on stage to settle things down and warn against future interruptions. See? Okay, so do y'all see how this is going? I've been saying this for years, people. I've been saying this for years. People are finally starting to understand. I mean, look, again, let me reiterate. I'm all for helping people who are in dire need, okay? I don't believe in leaving people out in the cold to freeze to death. And I believe 100% in legal immigration, and I think we should expand it. I think we should expand legal immigration. My wife is a legal immigrant. She's now a U.S. citizen. She came to our country for the first time when she was 25. So I'm all for immigration, but the right way, people, or else we run the risk of being the please remember us too. Can you even believe that? I'd like to know what y'all have to say about this. I kind of have an idea, but anybody who is, particularly if you disagree with me, in particular if you think I'm just out in left field about this, let me know. Drop a comment down below. But before you do, please stop, hit the share button, share this video out over email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all your favorite social mediums. You know your boy's in the airport, y'all. Bringing you this content early in the morning, trying to get this off before I have to catch this flight. I want to thank y'all for watching, y'all. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. And of course, don't forget, y'all, if you have a retirement and you still want some money to be there, you know, when you go to collect it, you should consider putting at least some of it in gold, y'all. You know, gold has been around for 5,000 years. It's the most trusted money that mankind knows of. Go to Paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com. Talk to my people at Augusta Precious Metals. They'll hook you up. Also, you can call them at 844-651-8334. If they don't pick up, y'all, leave a message. Come on, they'll call you back. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all, and we'll see you back in the next one.